Well, hello, you all. Welcome back to Larock's Cooking Adventures. I am your host, Larock. How you guys doing today? I hope you guys are having a beautiful day, a lovely day. I know sometimes things get stressed and get crazy, but just hold your head and keep pushing. Sending you all heart, swag, love, booster shots. So, today we're going to jump right into this. We're going to make rosemary mashed potatoes. Let's get started. Okay guys, so what we have here is 3 russet potatoes, which we're going to dice up and get in the boiling hot water. We have the rosemary itself, which we're going to chop really fine. We have 8 ounces of cream cheese here. Okay. We have a stick of butter, which is about 4 ounces. We have a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of white pepper, and granulated garlic. Now don't be fooled between granulated garlic and garlic salt. I never use garlic salt because a lot of spices already have salt in them, and I want the garlic, not the salt. Garlic salt is very heavily concentrated and mixed with salt. So garlic salt, don't use that. If your recipe calls for salt, just go ahead and use salt, but don't use your spices that have a lot of salt in them. And we're gonna use, this is 1 pint of heavy whipping cream. We're not going to use this whole pint. We're going to use probably half of it. 1 cup. Okay. We're going to get the chopping this up. We're probably going to use 2 teaspoons of the rosemary itself. Now behind me I have a pot of water. It's starting to boil. So I'm just going to dice these potatoes up and then get those into the water. Now you're going to also need 2 different pots to make this. You're going to need 1 pot to boil your potatoes in, and then you're going to need another pot to make your cream sauce out of it. Okay. Also, to complete this, you will need some sort of a hand mixer and or stand-up mixer. I have a stand-up mixer, so I'm not going to use a hand mixer. Now when you cut these, it doesn't matter really the size. I prefer to cut them smaller because the smaller the potato is, the faster it'll get done. And it's like dinner time around here, and the family's like, "Dad, are we gonna eat tonight?" And I'm like, maybe. So I'm just gonna cut these up real small. Okay, that was one. It's 1 potato. Here's the second. You guys, if you don't have any kind of knife skills, be careful in doing this. Do not try to emulate how I'm doing this. I've been cutting things for a lot of years, so I kind of know what I'm doing. But that does not mean that I can be overconfident and cut my own self, because that happens too. You'd be surprised how many chefs get burned or cut or all that stuff. The guy's been cooking for years, the girls. So we don't want to get cocky and then me cut myself live on this YouTube video. Again, shout out to all my subscribers. Without you, I am nothing. So I really appreciate you guys. This channel's been up for 2 weeks now, and I believe I'm up to about 100 and maybe 60 subs. So I totally appreciate you guys. You guys have any comments or questions or anything you want to know or ask, just shoot me a comment in the comments box below. Or you can actually reach me at Larockscookingadventures@gmail.com. We have a website coming. I actually purchased the website, but I don't have too much time to work on that website and get it done the way it needs to be done. I've been so busy in between, you know, how many jobs? 3, 4 jobs that I have. Let's see, there's 1 ride share, there's 2 ride shares, then there's my full-time job. Then there's bakes and stuff. Yeah, shout out to bakes and stuff. You guys want to check out some pastries? Take a look at bakes and stuff. Then there's just being a father, husband, dad. Well, I guess that's a father. And those are where my real adventures come in life. So, Larock is plenty busy all the time. Then, not to mention, I also have to create content for you guys. I mean, who wants to have a YouTube channel with no content? Okay, so now we got that all diced up nice and pretty, right? Look at those 3 potatoes yielded this much diced potatoes. Okay, so it was a lot, in other words. Okay, our water is boiling. We're just gonna drop these in there like that. While the potatoes come to a boil, we're gonna start our wet liquid mix. So we're gonna use half of this, which is about a cup. This is a pint. Like that. Actually I'm gonna use it all. I'm not gonna use milk. I'll just use the heavy cream. So scratch that half situation. We're just gonna use the whole pint empty. Okay. Gonna add our butter. Now I have the potatoes on a high temperature so that it boils and gets done. Also, there's probably like a teaspoon of kosher salt inside the water itself. And I'm gonna set this temperature to medium, 5, number 5. We're gonna add our cream cheese. Just cut little pieces of it so it melts down faster. Shout out to Poppy Larock down there in Charlotte, North Carolina. Papa, I want to come film you soon, buddy. Also, I have a shoot Sunday with the gentleman from Baltimore. Weekend after that, I have a shoot with the gentleman from Philly. So if you guys are interested in coming on to this show, like I said, you can either email me at larockscooking@gmail.com, Cooking Adventures, I'm sorry, or you can just message me here on the YouTube. Let me know. I'm very, 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 very interested in coming to your location and filming you cook and having a conversation about how it is that you prepare the dishes that you make. That is going to be a big part of this program, big part of this show. It's not going to be all about Larock or the Larocks. We want to share and be inclusive to everyone. Doesn't matter if you can cook. Doesn't matter if you're a chef. Doesn't matter if you're a professional. Doesn't matter if you're a teen. Does not matter. Well, it does kind of matter if you're a teen as long as you're 18, because we ain't breaking no laws around here filming no kids but my own kids. They mine, so I can film them. Now, when you boil these potatoes, you want to get them nice and soft so that when you put them in your whatever it is you're going to use to mix them up with, it is very easy to do. I had about 4 bottles of water in here, and each bottle is about 17 ounces. 16 times 4, I don't know, 70 something. 16, 32, 32, 32, 72, 74, 74, 75, 76, about 76 ounces of water. Just trying to pretend like I know how to do math when I really don't. So, while this is doing what this is doing, this is doing what this is doing, I'm going to turn the oven on because these potatoes are going to go into the oven. We're going to set the temperature at 425. Bing. On. Okay. Potatoes are boiling. I am going to turn the temperature up to 8 on this mixture, because I needed to get hot faster. Now, if you're not a good chef or a good cook or professional or even know how to cook, I'm not going to advise you to do that. I know what I'm doing, so I know how to manipulate the temperatures and when to turn stuff up and when to turn stuff down. So I don't have that to worry about, but I do worry about that for you. Do not try to emulate exactly how I'm doing what it is that I'm doing. I also recommend that you guys watch each one of these videos several times, because I guarantee you there will be things that you miss. There might be something that I personally miss and we'll come back to it, but I would advise you to, if you try to make any of these dishes I've created, to watch those videos several times over. Just like the movies. When you go to a movie, you might miss something the first time, you catch it the second time. Same situation. Okay, we're gonna let this heat up, warm up, and melt down. And we're gonna let these potatoes continue to boil. And we're gonna go over there and cut up the rosemary. Okay, so we have our rosemary. We're just gonna de-stem it. Simply slide your hand back like this, pull the leaves off. I don't like to have the sticks in my farm chopped herbs. I don't like it at all. I guess that was part of my training when I was in high school. And I got my first job at a fine dining Italian restaurant back in the early 90s. Shout out to Piccolo's, who's no longer there. So we said we were going to use about 2 teaspoons, maybe 2.5. Now rest assured, with the cream sauce I just made, I'm not going to use all of that in the mashed potatoes themselves because it's too much, but I will use that in something else that I create in a couple days later in the house. So I made a little bit extra. It's no big deal. Just remember that when you're making yours. Remember I said I was going to use the half of it, and then changed my mind and said I'll use it all. Because I got to thinking I don't want to do this again in a couple days, so just take care of it now. Okay, now you want to cut this as fine as possible. I get super meticulous when I'm cutting stuff. Like it very, very fine. Very fine. See these pieces, they're too big for me. You want to cut all that up. So good, people. Tell me some good news. What's going on good in your country? Forget about the bad news. That's all we hear about is bad news. Tell me something good. Tell me something positive. I know you have something positive to share with me. I have something positive to share with you. I woke up this morning. My kids are healthy. My wife ain't fussing at me. So I'm living my blessed life. Not my best life, but my blessed life. Shout outs to Father God. Amen. Thank you for everything you do for me. My continuous blessings. Okay. That's about 2 teaspoons there. I'll save this for later. Don't need it. Some big pieces in here. You just want to go ahead and take the time and chop them down. Chop them down. Chop them down, guys. I want to see somebody make this, or test and be a witness to this. Say, Larock, oh my God, I made those mashed potatoes. They were so good. My husband, my boyfriend, my daughter, my son loved it. My wife loved it. Larock, oh, thank you so much for showing us how to do it. So yeah, that's about that. These potatoes back here look like they're doing what they're doing. They should be almost done. I'm about burning my cream sauce. Done one of these, ain't it? So that's nice and hot, ready to rock and roll. This we're gonna add in the mixer when it's time to do so. But now is not the time. So, next, what you're gonna do is you're gonna come over here with me, and then we're gonna check these potatoes. They look like they're ready. They're soft, you see that? Just broke it with my thumb. Okay, so we're going to turn this off, and then we're going to strain it with the strainer, and then we're going to put it right there in that mixer. Okay? Okay. Okay, so we're going to strain these just like that. Some people might at this point wash these potatoes to take the starch off, but I'm not going to take the starch off of mine. I like it to get sticky. Okay, I'm going to put it in my mixer bowl like that. Okay. Okay, so we're going to add the spice in there like that. Gonna add our rosemary like that, and like that. Smells good, by the way, guys. Then we're gonna add our cream. It's about 4 ounces. It's about 8. Let's start there. You want to gradually add it and not add too much. Okay. They're looking nice and thick, so I'm going to add one more ladle. Like that. And that's what I'm looking for. Smells good, guys. I wish you were here to taste it. I already know what's going on here. It's going to be super good. Just going to scrape the sides of the bowl. It smells so good. So good. Come have some. Come have a taste. Tastes good too. Now, I'm going to make them a little bit more loose. Add just a little bit more of the cream. Remember, guys, it's really up to you, the consistency of your potato, or even what type of potato you use. You might want to use a red potato, sweet potato, New England potato, all kind of different types of potatoes you can use to make this recipe. So whatever's your favorite type of a potato, just go ahead and try it with that. You see me adding more and more of the cream slowly. Things looking right. Looking beautiful. Smelling great. Look at that. Who wants to come over? Come on down. Great. Smells so good. Now, after we're done mixing these mashed potatoes, believe it or not, they are ready to serve. However, Larock likes to take his and put it in the oven, then bake it a while. So we're gonna take these out of here. Guys, these taste good. So good. So, I'm going to take it out of here, put it in this glass baking dish over here. Okay. So, let's go ahead and scoop that all out. Put it in this glass Pyrex here. Look at that. Now I'm just going to put these in the oven for about 20 minutes. Usually I do put a lid on it and then take the lid off. But I'm not going to do that today, here and now, because I am under a time constraint. So, just going to take those, put them in the oven. Just like that, set a timer for 20 minutes, and go. Okay guys, these potatoes are almost ready to come out of the oven. While we were in delay and waiting for the potatoes to finish in the oven, I went ahead and made some pork chops, some crispy fried pork chops. If you guys want to see that video on how I made that, just drop some comments below. And there they are. Okay, let's take a look. Yummy, 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 yummy. And these are those chops that I made. Look good? Look super good. Wow, can't wait to eat them. Okay. So, now usually you're going to want to let these sit and cool and mold together a little bit. But I don't have the time. I don't have a production crew. And we didn't pre-make any of this stuff. We made all of this stuff as you see it live right now. Now, they might be just a little bit loose because they're extremely hot, but that's okay. Yep, they're a little bit loose, but that's okay. That was all that extra cream I added, but the cream does the trick. Let's put that there like that. And now it is dinner time. I like my potatoes a little bit loose, but like I said, had we chilled it a little bit, let it cool down, it would be a little stiffer than it is now. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you found it entertaining, please give it a thumbs up. If you just happen to like me, please give it a thumbs up. To all those new viewers watching, please subscribe. You guys also hit that like button, hit the notification bell, select all. Therefore, you'll get all the up and coming videos that I create and make. Looks good. It's time for dinner. Rosemary mashed potatoes. I thank you all for watching and tuning in to Larock's Cooking Adventures. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, select all. If you guys are using an iPhone, you might want to download the YouTube app, and that will help you to get to my channel a little bit better, and also it'll help you to get to that notification bell. Okay, till the next time, we're out with Larock's Cooking Adventures. Drop comments below. Let me know what you guys think. Au revoir.